Hey everyone, Small Town Critic here, and today I'm giving you my review of Captain America. Now I want to get one thing out of the way so that way you guys don't give me crap about this. I don't read comic books, nor do I know the history of the Marvel heroes. It wasn't until I was a kid back in the 90s where I was introduced to Spider-Man and X-Men on their animated shows on Fox Kids. I was hooked. Like, basically, I was a fan right then and there because they just looked amazing. And from then on, I watched the movies. I've seen their movies, and I was a fan. I was hooked. What can I say? I was a kid, but I didn't know who the other Marvel heroes was. I didn't know who Hulk was. I didn't know who Captain America was. Thor, Iron Man, Fantastic Four, all of them. I didn't know who these guys were. So basically, watching their own separate films is a way of introducing me to these characters. Unfortunately, some of them were not so good. Take for instance the Ang Lee Hulk film. Yeah, and the Fantastic Four films. They're not very good. But thankfully, Fantastic Four films are done for now, and also they did a reimagining of the Hulk for the Incredible Hulk, which is a good film, and the Iron Man films are good. Well, to be honest, the second one was not my favorite. I prefer the first one, but that's a whole different story. So this year I watched both Thor and Captain America. While Thor was okay, I really enjoyed Captain America. It was funny, awesome, and a good way to introduce Captain America to the masses. The film stars the film stars Chris Evans playing as the iconic Steve Rogers, a skinny Brooklyn kid in the 1940s during World War II. Because of his physical and other health problems, he can't quite get enlisted into the army. He wants to get enlisted in the army because he wants to do his duty for his country. So, that's where I really like the guy, but I'll get into that later. So when he goes to the Future Expo, City of Tomorrow Expo, as I should call it, by Howard Stark, that's hosted by Howard Stark, he tries to enlist again and gets lucky to be enlisted by Dr. Abraham Erskine, played by Stanley Tucci. It's at a training camp where he meets his not easily impressed but old school boss, Colonel Chester Phillips, played by Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones is basically playing Tommy Lee Jones in this thing. I mean, if you've seen any Tommy Lee Jones if you've seen any Tommy Lee Jones films, it's basically the same Tommy Lee Jones character. And he also meets his love interest, but tough as nails, Peggy Carter, played by Haley Atwell. Now, Tommy Lee's character, as much as I say that he is Tommy Lee Jones, he's not like that at first, but you know that he's a good guy just by his one-liners. I mean, he makes up for it, and I actually kind of like him. He's a bit of a douche sometimes, but he's a good kind of, but he grows on you after a while. Haley Atwell's character, not so much. I mean, granted, she does have good looks and everything, but she's the same exact tough as nails love interest that you come to expect. But I do like her for one thing, is that she likes Steve Rogers even before he turns into Captain America. Unlike Natalie Portman's character from the Thor film, that just lusted for Thor, not loved Thor, just lusted for him. So to make a story short, Steve gets injected with the super serum to become the perfect soldier and so muscle bound where he can have enhanced strength and fast pace. He finds out who the enemy is. That's Hydra, the Hydra army. That's led by Johann Schmidt, aka the Red Skull. That's played by Hugo Weaving. And Stanley Tucci gets shot. A little minor spoiler there, but just to let you know. Sorry about that, but yeah, he gets shot, and then the film goes on. I would tell you, I don't want to give away too much of the film though, because I want you guys to go see it. It is a really fun film. I had a blast with it. But what I really like about the character of Steve Rogers, is that he plays a nice guy who just wants to do his part by serving his country in the dark times that was World War II. Ask any soldier that's been around World War II or Vietnam or the Iraq War, and they'll tell you the same. And God bless him for it. And he doesn't give up despite his physical look, his health problems. He does not give up. And he's the ultimate nice guy. And even when he gets his powers, he doesn't abuse them or turn into an asshole. He still remains that good heart man. And that's what I really like about him. That's what I really like about the character of Steve Rogers in Captain America. Is that despite with all this power, he doesn't abuse it. He doesn't rub it in anybody's faces. He doesn't do anything. He's an ultimate nice guy. And you feel empowered when you see him succeed. It makes you feel like you can do pretty much anything. And that's what I really liked about Steve Rogers. So I really just can't recommend this film enough. I would say go see it right now. I would say don't see it in 3D because I don't think the 3D is very necessary. But other than that, give it a shot. Oh, and by the way, the trailer for the Avengers during the end credits is awesome. I cannot wait for that. So that's all for now. Next time I will be reviewing Cowboys and Aliens. So until next time, take care.